If getting out of bed in the morning feels harder and harder because of your joints, there's a reason. And no, it's not just aging. In fact, millions of people accidentally make their arthritis worse within the first few minutes of waking up without even realizing it. But researchers have discovered that one simple movement done before you even get out of bed may help reduce stiffness, improve mobility, and calm inflammation naturally over time. In the shocking part, most people are doing the exact opposite every morning.
Here's what's actually happening inside your joints while you sleep. While you sleep, your body stays still for hours. Your joints barely move, and the fluid that cushions your joints, called synovial fluid, starts becoming thicker and less active overnight. That's why mornings can feel brutal. The stiffness, the tightness, that sharp pain in the first few steps. A lot of people think that's just something they have to live with, but that's not always true, because the first 5 to 10 minutes of your morning can either help your joints loosen up or keep them locked down for the rest of the day. And honestly, this is the part many people wish they learned years earlier. Most people wake up and do one of two things. They either jump out of bed too quickly or stay completely still for too long. Both can backfire. What your joints actually need is gentle movement, not intense exercise, not stretching through pain, just controlled movement to wake the joints up slowly. This is called gentle joint mobilization, and it's incredibly simple. Before you even get out of bed, start with your hands. Slowly open and close your fingers about 10 times, then make gentle circles with your wrists. Next, move your ankles. Rotate them slowly. Point your toes forward, then pull them back toward you. Then slowly bring one knee toward your chest, lower it down, and switch sides. That's it. The whole thing takes maybe 4 or 5 minutes, but for many people, it completely changes how their mornings feel. Because every time you gently move a joint, you help circulate the fluid that lubricates and cushions it. Think of it like warming up a stiff hinge instead of forcing it open cold. You're also signaling to your nervous system that the body is safe to move again. And studies on both osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis have shown that gentle morning movement may help reduce stiffness and improve range of motion over time. Now here's where people get this wrong. They rush or they push into pain because they think harder movement means better results. It doesn't. This should feel calm, gentle, almost easy. You're not trying to fight your joints. You're trying to wake them up carefully. And for a lot of people, this is where things finally start changing. But there's another morning habit that quietly affects your joints more than most people realize: hydration. Now, I know that sounds almost too simple, but stick with me here. After 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your body naturally wakes up dehydrated. And when your body is dehydrated, your joints often feel stiffer and less comfortable. You know that feeling where your whole body just feels tight and heavy in the morning? Dehydration can play a role in that too. That's why before coffee, before breakfast, try drinking a glass of warm water first thing in the morning. Not ice cold. Warm. Warm water is often easier on the body first thing after waking up, and many people find it helps them feel looser and more comfortable in the morning. Some people even add lemon, not because it's magic, it's not, but because it may help support hydration and digestion. But honestly, consistency matters more than lemon, because one of the most overlooked triggers for arthritis flare-ups is simply not drinking enough water throughout the day. And this next part surprised a lot of people when researchers first started talking about it. Your arthritis may not only be connected to your joints, it may also be connected to your gut. And this next part completely changed how many researchers think about arthritis. Inside your gut are trillions of bacteria that help regulate inflammation and immune function. When the balance of those bacteria becomes unhealthy from processed foods, excess sugar, stress, or certain medications, inflammation inside the body can rise.
And that inflammation can affect your joints too. That's why more researchers are paying attention to something called the gut-joint connection.
And one simple thing that may help support a healthier gut is adding natural probiotic foods into your routine. Simple foods like plain yogurt with live cultures, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi. Nothing extreme, just small daily support for your gut health. And one 2021 study found that people who regularly ate fermented foods showed lower inflammatory markers after several weeks. Now, to be clear, this isn't a miracle cure, but when you combine healthier movement, hydration, and better gut support together, many people notice a real difference in how they feel over time.
Now, there's one more thing we need to talk about, because this daily habit quietly works against everything we just discussed. And millions of people do it every morning without realizing the damage it causes. Here it is. Waking up, staying inactive, skipping water, and starting the day with a sugary breakfast. That combination can keep inflammation elevated for hours. Because when you stay still too long, your joints stay stiff longer. When you don't hydrate, your joints don't lubricate properly. And when breakfast is loaded with sugar, pastries, sweet cereals, sugary coffee drinks, inflammation tends to spike even more. Now, does that mean you need to become perfect overnight? Of course not. That's not realistic. You don't need perfection. You need consistency. Start with one habit. That's it. Maybe it's the morning joint movement. Maybe it's drinking warm water first. Maybe it's cutting back on sugary breakfasts a few days a week. Small habits may seem insignificant in the moment, but repeated every day, that's where real change starts happening. And honestly, your joints may not change overnight, but your mornings absolutely can. So let's keep this simple. Before getting out of bed, spend a few minutes gently moving your fingers, wrists, ankles, and knees. When your feet hit the floor, drink a glass of warm water before anything else. And try adding a gut-friendly food into your morning routine when you can. Simple, gentle, sustainable. And most importantly, movement is medicine when it's done carefully. Quick reminder, none of this replaces medical advice, so always work with your healthcare provider. But adding these simple, science-backed habits can absolutely help you move better, feel looser, and protect your joints naturally. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Arthritis Knowledge for weekly tips to stay active and mobile. Before you go, let me know in the comments, which habit are you going to try first? The morning movement, warm water, or gut health? Thanks for watching. Take care of your joints, and I'll see you in the next video.